7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Live podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a music.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, everybody?
What it do? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey yo, that's what kind of mood you in?
I'm in that kind of mood, babe. I'm in that kind of mood. Hey, real quick. I gotta ask this. I need some help. I need a lot of help. I'm asking help from all the listeners checking in. If you hadn't checked in, if you go back and listen to this, to my sister on the panel, South Georgia, anybody in South Georgia, they got any kind of ties to Cairo, Georgia. I want y'all to find out if they got a U-Haul place down there for sale, because I sure want to buy it, because I'll be damn, them folks ain't moving out of Cairo.
I'm talking about they getting the hell up out of there.
Shade.
I just need some help to buy me a U-Haul company in Cairo, Georgia.
Oh, you stupid.
Shade.
My.
What's going on, nephew? How you doing, Marquis? So glad you decided to join us tonight.
What's going on, Myra?
I hope everybody
Hey
else,
nephew.
joins us, comes on in and says hello to us. I know we were missing in action last week, and when more of y'all get on here, we'll apologize for that. You know, life be life and things happen. I was out of town dealing with a car situation that is still haunting me and will haunt me for probably the next year and a half, but that's okay. But anyway, we are here today, and that's what's with all them what's with all of that? I mean, why is all that necessary?
I apologize. You know what? That's my word this year. Everybody, I will be apologizing to everybody this year. I apologize. I don't know what I'm apologizing for, but I'm keeping down the bull in my life this year. I apologize, babe. We good?
Oh wow.
I mean, if you sincerely mean it, but here's the thing: you can just say I apologize, and it doesn't really resonate simply because it's not sincere. So don't just say I apologize.
Thank you. Thank you for putting that out to the listeners before the season start good. Just because I'm gonna be apologizing to you, don't mean I mean or be a thing about it.
It's not sincere. So don't apologize to me unless it's sincere.
Well, for you, babe, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What's going on, Obadiah?
Hey, Obadiah.
Welcome, Mr. Farley. We're so glad that you decided
Obadiah?
to join us tonight.
South Georgia guy. Find me a U-Haul company over in Cairo. I'm ready to buy it.
Well, let me go ahead and pour another one. It's about to be a fun-filled evening.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Any excuse to pour, right, Mike?
Exactly.
Yep.
He don't even need a reason.
What? Jessica said, hey, y'all, let me pour. What? Shakira, what? Let me pour. Bro, gonna find a reason to pour.
And gonna be bent by 9.
Woo. All right. What's going on, Zoe? I see
What up,
Big Craig
twins?
checking in.
What's going on?
Where have you been? Hey, where your other twins? I mean, your other twins. Shit, you ain't got one. Excuse me. Where is it is Wednesday. Where your brother? How you doing? Y'all welcome. What's going on, Mr. Butts? Brooks County in the house. How
What's going on, Tori?
Is oh, here come the wizard talking his stuff, talking about is TCC still that team?
Well, what man? Look what the cat drug in today. Oh, ugly
I
ass
see.
alligator.
I see. I see. Okay, he might be at work. Well, yeah, that's important. Make them ducats, baby. Make them ducats. So, guys, Obadiah said, Mike, pipe down. Pipe down.
On what? On what? I ain't saying nothing
I guess
about
he's talking
nobody.
about his drinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a chill.
Man, what you drinking anyway?
Sitting up here drinking, sipping on the bird, on some bird right now.
What's going on, CG92?
Yeah.
Welcome, 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 welcome on in. Mr.
Yeah.
Walker, how you doing? I hear it's a little something going on down there in Coffee County
And
too.
coffee, man. Let us know what's
Let
going on.
can we can talk about that tonight. We can also talk about the preseason poll for the privates that we weren't able to talk about last week. And we could just talk about some general stuff. Cause guess what? Tomorrow is the well we practice started this week, right? High school
Uh-huh.
workouts and practice. We can talk about that. So I want y'all to check in with that. And we can also talk about, toward the end, we can see who you got in the finals because the finals start tomorrow with Indiana and Oklahoma, two non-sexy markets, but I think it's gonna be some good basketball. So we can talk about that a little bit too. Let me see who else is on here. What's going on, Mr. McDaniel? How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Mr.
So what?
Stone.
Where you see Mr. Stone?
Nicky Stone checked in earlier before
Oh,
Mr.
I'm
Big Daniel
sorry. What's
did. Yeah.
going on? My wake up buddy. How you doing, Mr. Stone? I apologize. I did not see your name. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, what y'all want to talk about first?
Okay. I gotta make an announcement.
Oh good.
Okay.
Okay.
Just in case nobody heard me the first time. I'm looking to buy a U-Haul company out of Cairo, Georgia. If anybody can get some information for me and let me know if they selling a U-Haul company out of Cairo, Georgia. Cause my law, them folks show moving out from down there.
They
And
getting
I
the
want
hell on.
they get really they are, and I want to know from the insiders exactly why that is.
I don't mean to be rude, but then again, I am a terrible human
Yes,
being.
you
Thanks to my brother Thirsty for teaching me everything he know.
Oh, you
I don't
welcome.
care why
That
they getting
that's
out of
probably not
Cairo.
good.
I don't care why they getting out of Cairo. I just want the U-Haul company.
is. Okay, well I do. Let's see what's going on. Let's see.
I
What's going
got one
on,
you can
Chris
buy.
Pace? How you doing,
And
Mr.
you
Pace?
and you can buy mine. And you can buy my U-Haul company
Where it is?
You ain't got no.
in Ellenwood.
Oh no, oh no, it ain't gonna do me
Nah,
no
ain't nobody
good up
moved
there.
over there. What's
Because
going on?
everybody
That,
done
that,
moved
that,
up out of there.
that's why he want to sell it. He don't need it no more.
The wet
I'm
dope
losing.
just sold itself.
Hey, the swamp don't dry up over there.
And stepped on and everything.
Man.
Baptism is done.
What's going on? What's going on, D'Angelo Davis? How you doing? Oh Lord, he here.
He here.
Hey Chad,
Um,
I saw you checking in.
Hi Chad, how you doing? And my apologies. I'm trying to get situated, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna get on my job soon. Hello, every D'Angelo. Shade, shade, shade. He talking about the Lee Albany Academy.
It is going down over there. So here's
We
the
got a lot to
thing.
talk about.
Yeah, I don't need to get no truck U-Haul company in Albany because it's just a cartwheel across the street over there Lee
Yeah.
County where they going. But
Plenty of duplexes for them to hang out at. I'm
oh
not
yeah,
worried about it.
oh yeah.
What's going on, Jeremy Jones Sr.? Speaking of Lee County, how you doing? What's going on, twin Big Chris? Glad to see you. What's going on, Wildcat? How you doing, Deshaun Hunter? Thomas Bill Bulldog in the building. Mr. Reiner, Tools County, how you doing? You're listening and planning your schedule for your baseball tournament Saturday. Well, best of luck to you guys on
Good luck.
Saturday. I hear y'all got a pretty good pretty good squad. So I'm wishing y'all the best. Um, let's see. Jeremy Jones said D'Angelo Davis is mad because Lee kind of got that whip out. Okay. What's going
Mm.
on, Mr. Hurst? How you doing? TCC checking in. Buck D. Wade, welcome to the podcast. Let us know who you represent. He says it looks like Central is having their way in 7-on-7s in, is that Green? Is that Green?
Gainesville.
Gainesville.
They're down.
Okay.
They're down at the University of Florida.
Okay, good job. What's going on, Miss
Oh my
Carmichael?
lord, I'm coming.
Great work.
I don't know what that means. Y'all see what Colin said? He said there's more moving going around than the electric slide at a black family reunion.
My lord.
I'm with you when you're right.
I'm with
With
you
you
when you're
when
right,
you're right.
Slim. I'm with you when you're right.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Uh,
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Miss Ebony. I hope she talking about the Pittsburgh Pirate or Captain Hook or somebody. I know she ain't talking about Appleton County. Don't came up in here.
welcome, Miss Ebony. Mr. Virgil, Brooks County, welcome, darling. Um, the wheels have been drinking too.
Man, you know he stay drinking. Always on that potion.
Probably so.
Hmm. Purple or green? Purple or green?
I think
No.
he doing perk right now, some purple right now.
Perk
Ain't no
and
telling.
perk.
Man, you know he got the house to himself, so it ain't no telling.
Oh Lord.
That's crazy work.
Let's see. Number 45, Big Bert. All mines. Well, good luck to Bert this year. What's
Good
his
luck to you.
position?
Good luck to you, baby.
I know y'all excited about Mr. Pruitt. But who might be scared this go round? You talking about Thomas County Central?
Yeah, they can go and get a. They can go and get a reading to them.
I'm
I
surprised.
don't know. I don't know. It's some duplexes over there in Leesburg getting filled right now. So I don't know.
I don't know. Mike, look out backstage real quick for me. Thank you.
And we keep moving.
Obadiah say, I'm surprised the wizard doesn't have the shakes by now from all that drinking.
Man, he been drinking. Man, he been drinking for years, for decades, for centuries. You got to remember the wizard old. He been drinking for centuries.
Jeremy has a question for the Cedar Grove crew. Who is that boy y'all got from Carver, Atlanta?
You tell me, because I wish I knew.
Hey, I don't like using that word, Jeremy. Just say the kid, man.
Tell me, because I
That
definitely
boy. Yeah, say the kid, man.
Look who you
Because
talking to.
I know what we need, and I guarantee that it ain't come from Carver. Shit, I tell you that much on what we need.
Mr. Wade said Central looks dangerous. On the offensive side of the ball, defensive side, they look, or is it just everywhere? What's going on, sis? How you doing? Miss Ebony Brooks County is in the building. We are
What's
welcome,
going
welcome,
on,
welcome,
Ebony?
welcome.
Hey, Ebony.
Glad you come talk to us. And later on in the podcast, we want your opinion on the Indiana Oklahoma matchup. What you like? Because I know you're a basketball guru too. So we want your input on that as well. So what do y'all want to talk about first?
Well, yeah, can we go ahead and get this poll thing out the way so we ain't
You,
got to worry about it no more?
you certainly can, because nobody on here is nobody that's here now is affiliated
Because,
with this poll. They probably
yeah,
don't really care. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the way, and we'll do the other one next week.
We'll have single AD2 and single AD1 coming at you all Sunday next week. And that's also my birthday.
So your birthday is not on Sunday.
No, I said birthday week, baby. I said birthday
Oh,
week. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
all
oh,
right.
that wasn't sincere. But go ahead.
Uh-huh. They let you know that I ain't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. All
You're gonna
right.
regret it.
Private classification. For our way too early poll, this is what we think. So, listeners, give us some feedback. Number one, Hebron Christian. Number two, PAC. Number three, Fellowship Christian. Number four, Calvary Day. Number five, North Cobb Christian. Six, we got Savannah Christian. Seven, Wesleyan. Eight, Love It. At nine, we got Aquinas. At 10, rounding it out, Holy Innocent. And giving an honorable mention to Athens Academy, GAC, and Whitefield Academy.
Um, crickets, crickets.
Yeah, pretty much. Because
So
we really don't care about private no more.
no, we're not saying that. We care about all schools and we care about all classifications. It's just that we don't have a lot of listeners that come from these particular schools, but we care about everyone.
Okay. Okay, I take my comment back then.
We sorry, ain't we, bro?
Yeah, we saw. I'm sorry.
Say it one more time.
I'm feeling some kind of way about these apologies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they don't mean a BA
they
thing.
don't mean nothing. He gonna regret it. He gonna be apologizing for real for the night over with. Watch what I tell you. What's going on, Keita Boone? He has a question for you, yo. Have
What's
you been
good,
by
bro?
practice yet? He was there today. He was there.
Let me just tell you like this here, bro. If you're a gambling man, bet the whole house, boy.
Okay, let's see. Obadiah says he likes the new setup on the screen. Shout out to whoever came up with it. I did. I'm
Thank
just
you, sis, for the idea and helping us and allowing us to put it together to bring your vision to life.
Lord have mercy. So Buck says offensively, Central has some real talent at the skill positions, and they're as well coached as anybody. Now I agree with that. Um, Chris says Hebron could possibly be going back to back.
Who that?
Hebron
Yeah, bro.
Christian.
Oh yeah,
Hebron.
It's dangerous over there.
They
We were
look
doing
really
these polls.
good.
There was no way you could not have them number one.
They looked good. Last year did they lose a lot?
No.
Nah. Nope. I know another team that might be doing a three-peat, but we're gonna talk about them in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Buck also says that little squad in Cook County is going to have a special year too. I don't disagree with that.
Yep, and we kind of had them pegged to have a better year than what they had last year, but we thought Cook. We know they was kind of young and had a brutal schedule, especially that non region schedule. But maybe this might be the year Cook really makes some noise.
Yeah, that schedule last year was not favorable to them at all. Zoe, y'all say this every year. Okay. Well,
Oh,
Greg County do too.
Quinn, I apologize for what Mike just said. He's sorry. So if y'all ain't heard, that's my thing all year. I'm apologizing to everybody this year. I'm turning over a new leaf. Now, whether you think the apology is sincere or not, that's up to you. But just know that I'm sorry.
whatever. What's going on, Tick? How you doing? They still playing football in East Macon. I'm just reminding everybody of that. They
Hey,
still playing
Pastor.
football on
What's
the
going
East.
on, bro?
Marquise says if you remove the H and put an L there, it would be LeBron Christian. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Anything else about this private thing and the next cycle, do you think this is my question? The next cycle, do you think we still gonna have A through 3A private, or are they just gonna mix everybody else in?
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, I told you all week. Um, Shout out to Dr. Scott. I spoken with him during the off season, and I know if it was up to him, his words quoting here, that nothing would change. 3A down.
Hmm.
Um, it is some things I know you all saw on the page a couple of weeks ago where we put out a one model that was also the competitive balance model. So there's so many different models out right now. They will be going this month to vote on the realignment for 26, 27, and 27, 28 years, but I don't think it'll change much.
Mm. This is just a public service announcement for everybody out there, for all of you, um, ladies and people looking out for your dads. You got 10 days to get it together. 10. Father's
And I
Day.
appreciate you for that, bro. I appreciate you for that, putting it out there and letting them know. And I
Yes,
appreciate you, sis, for putting that out there for bro. Because I've been seeing it and I agree with everything he said.
yes. Make sure you get it together. And 11 days is even more special. So
Cause that's my
I,
dog.
I want everybody to get it together in 11 days. Okay. Al says Cook doesn't have a passing game.
Well, y'all are 2A ball, Al. And that's no knock. What I'm saying, it's not hard to win in 2A with a hell of a running game. My brother been saying for the last 4 years since we've been on this podcast, 3A and up. What it was, 3A and up, right, bro? You better have a
Yep, 3A and up.
1800 yard, 1800 yard passer.
Yep,
2A, I
1800.
think, yeah, 2A. I think Cook would be okay if they focused on running the ball.
So we'll see. Everybody don't have Fed on their team, Al.
That's for sure.
Buck says he'd like to see Tiff get back on track, but he doesn't see it happening anytime soon.
I'm sorry for again. I apologize for stealing all the spotlight every time a
Really don't.
question is read. But I don't think that was sincere either. But I disagree, Buck. I've been calling Tiff the last 2 years. I was wrong on them last year because I thought they would turn the corner and make the playoffs. But I wouldn't be surprised totally this year. I think that region is down. I think Colquitt has lost a little bit this year. I think Lowndes and Valdosta will still be getting stronger than where they were last year. But I just don't see Richmond Hill and Camden being as strong as they was last year. So therefore, I think this be the year Tiff will make an impact and get into the playoffs.
I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Tori says the kid Dawson at Cook will be a superstar, and
Okay.
Zoe says, "What's going on, Antoine Hill? Bear down. Welcome,
What's up, bro?
Um, what's going on, Oscar? How you doing? Carver Columbus is in the building. Let's see. Zoe said, "You're not beating a team like Carver Columbus running the ball." I'm sorry. I don't. It's That's not to say that Cook is going to win it all. I think Cook will do well, but I mean, to be honest, if there's not any drop off from last year with Carver, I don't really see anybody just coming in and dominating them. So, I mean, you got a point, but at the same time, I don't see a whole lot of people beating Carver anyway.
I'm finna throw two teams out, same region, same. Oh no, I'm sorry, they single late. Never mind.
And what's going
Oh
on, Jamie? Colquitt County in the building. Welcome.
yeah, they single late. I'll speak on that when we get into our rankings of next week.
Go ahead and talk about it.
Now, I'm just gonna say when you was talking about nobody beating them, I was gonna throw two surprise teams in the same region that I think would be a problem in their respective class this year. No, that's 2A also. I just realized they were single A. But I think the Worth County Rams and the Thomasville Bulldogs are going to be a problem. They in single A. They're in the same region. They returning pretty much everybody that was successful to their season last year. So Those two teams, after I've been doing my research on getting ready to do and help with the polls, Thomasville and Worth County gonna be two scary teams in single A.
Mm-hmm.
Work County is the new Fitzgerald, as far as I'm concerned.
Heck nah.
Woo, woo. What's going on, Hawks 49? Welcome. He says you're right, yo. Tifton might be in. So you think Tifton gets a playoff spot this year? Okay. Obadiah has a question for the panel. What are your thoughts about Carver Columbus's head coach leaving and the new head coach, Jarvis Jones?
Yo, you want to start off on this?
Bro. I apologize. You go ahead, bro.
You want to start off on everything else?
I know, right? Here's my take on it. One, I do think it's going to be a slight decline in Carver this year, and here's why I'm saying it. I understand Coach has the experience of managing personalities while he was at Georgia because of the job he had at Georgia. I don't think he's going to be used to handling these personalities at this level. That's number one. Number two, he's got to make this is his first gig as far as being a head coach and managing the team and the football program as a whole. It's going to be an adjustment. It's all about the staff that he brings around him. I don't know what his staff is or what it looks like and the experience that staff has behind him. But that staff, he has to learn to lean on that staff. He cannot do it all by himself. Number three, the staff is going to be the key to the success of Carver this season. As long as he has experience on that staff, Carver should be okay. But then we move to number four. Are the players, and this is the most important thing, are the players going to buy into what he's selling them, to buy into his system?
What? It's Jarvis Jones. Okay, I sorry to interrupt you, bro. I'm sorry.
It don't matter. It don't matter who it is.
Now, let me just say this. The Carver Columbus Tigers need to change their name to Airplane or Tesla or whatever you want to call it. Because them boys can pretty much fly and drive themselves. It don't matter who the coach is in a team that's been playing together, that got the talent that they have. Bro, all you got to do is put it on autopilot and let whoever calls signals call signals. And them boys know how to play football ODH over there right now. It's a no-brainer, bro. It's all good to have to coach up a team and make this right here and make that for a coach, especially for a new coach coming in. He couldn't be placed in a better situation. He's placed with a team that has a slew of talent, and it's the perfect situation for a first-time coach coming in. But this ain't like he's going to Chris County, and that was a shot. That was a shot, twin. It ain't like he's going. It ain't like he going to Appleton County. I'm sorry about your baby, Ms. Ebony, but yeah, Appleton County. He's going to the defending 2A state champions who pretty much everything you saw that was putting them in a situation to be able to win that state championship will be suiting up again this year for him. You can't ask for a better situation for a first-year head coach. Now,
I got a question for you.
To be from Carver, Columbus, walk those halls, played in the NFL, had a hell of a stellar career as an NFL player, a college career that was just off the chain. Those kids still idolize and know who Jarvis Jones is. They ain't going to have to buy into his system. It already bought, bro. That system already bought into.
Okay, I got a rebuttal for you. Larry, what you got?
I got a question for him. So the question I got, have you ever seen a more talented team lose to a lesser talented team?
Oh, I mean, it's football. Of course, bro, that happens.
So why do they lose?
It ain't
I'm gonna tell you why
It's a
they will lose because of coaching.
Thank you. Because I don't care who you got coming in. I don't care the
Okay,
man was
okay. I'm the type of person, 92, where I tell my wife, I tell everybody I debate with or anything. You can't tell me this got green and I'm gonna just say okay. You got to speak facts with me. I like receipts.
Okay.
I like receipts. Give
Here's
me,
my.
give
getting
me,
receipts
give
when the
me.
man is his first year head coach.
No. Give me a situation. Audience, please chime in on this. Give me a situation where you felt like a better team was beat by a lesser team, and let's examine that game and see was it truly coaching. That's what I'm talking
Uh,
about.
where do you? Which Langston Hughes state championship game do you want to talk about before they got a killer?
Wait a minute. We're not going to do that because Boone put those kids in a situation to win.
No,
It
no, no,
was
no. I'm with you on that.
players because he didn't have the proper playing. Now, I see right here where Zoe said when Chris County lost to Pierce County that time, that's typically what a fan would do. Blame the coaches where that kid fumbled or was script or whatever the situation was. But what else was you supposed to do up like that with the clock running down? You trying to run the clock out. You what was so bad about the play calling or decision that was being made? That's what you put the ball in your players' hands to go and win the game for. He was a stud for y'all. He had ran that ball down that field over and over again. He fumbled the ball. Y'all can say, "Oh, he ran them too much." That's what the hell you go through two a days or no
Nah,
more two a days,
nah,
but
nah.
your OTAs and stuff. That's what he was. That's what his job was to do. Run that clock out. So I don't blame that on coaching. That was a hell of a play. Guess what? We had Calhoun on the ropes. Calhoun won the state championship last year, and our stud of a quarterback, DJ Hudson, was stripped of the ball, and that's prevented us from winning that game. That wasn't a coach decision. That was a hell of a play made by a hell of a player for the Calhoun Yellow Jackets, and I'm throwing up in the back of my mouth saying that. But you can't blame that on coaching. And by far, if anybody disagree, either you hating or you don't know football, Peach County was the better team that day and throughout the season it showed.
But yo, this is what I'm getting at when I say coaching is going to be the thing. I expect Carver to go 10-0 regular season. There's no reason Carver should not go 10-0 in the regular season based off their schedule. Do you or do you not agree?
I agree.
Okay. Here's my problem that I have with a 1 year coach, a first year coach. Going into those playoffs, first round should be a gimme. Per talent is gonna win first round. Per talent should win second round. Third and fourth round is when coaching comes in, i.e., the support of that staff that he has around him. Because
Mm,
there's gonna be times where he's gonna have to call a critical timeout.
mm,
Call us play. Okay, we've been sitting on this play all year. I think this is the situation for us to run it. That type of thing. Or this guy just ain't getting the job done. I'm making the call, pull him out and put this guy in to make a play. That's where the coaching is gonna really show in the experience. And I think that's the part that is
I'm
not
sorry.
gonna that's the part that's gonna shortfall them in the playoffs this year.
Dwayne, just
yeah,
hush.
yeah. I saw that.
Okay, so let me read a couple of these comments and see who agrees with who. Uh, this is a great discussion, guys. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to do three things at one time. Okay, so now, first of all, how you doing, Dwayne? And get home safely as you pass about a rocket in Cordelia.
Mm,
Um, Tick says, oh well, first of all, Chris, Dro, his schedule he's really, really busy, but I'm gonna make sure he asks about you and try to
he
get him to
thanks
come
so.
in and say, hey to y'all. Let's see. Marquis said that's deep, Uncle. Yo, Lord have mercy. Don't tell that dude he deep. Tick says you made some valid points, Thirsty, but being at home is a definite advantage, though.
Mm,
You read what Zoe says. Jamie, we'll get back to Colquitt Colquitt versus Milson, but welcome to the podcast. Deshaun says coaching does have a lot to do with it, but it's up to the players to
Thank
execute.
you. Thank you. That's all
Um,
I'm saying. Go ahead.
Zoe said he was tired. He was tired, or he tried to get a ball to Big Pooh. I don't know.
No,
Was
he
that
was saying the kid was tired. They should have gave the ball to
ball to
Chris.
Big? Oh, okay.
And
Um,
and and again, that's easy to say as fans. We're sitting here, but if anybody have played football, 92 kill bruh, y'all don't play football, man. Y'all know that's what you're going through that for, bro. You talking about that last drive. Coaches be drilling that in you. You out of it, but you gotta have that last little fight to get you over that hump and stuff. That's what they put into you the whole season. This was a what
Dig deep.
semifinal game?
Yep. Dig deep. Dig deep.
Dig deep. That's what I'm telling. That's what they expect from you. So yes, this coach he may have been tired, but that man is telling him, dig deep. We need you. We need you to run this clock out. We need you to run this ball out. As a fan, we're gonna sit and look and say, "Oh, that was too many times. Oh, he was tired." But what would have happened if he don't fumble that ball and ran the clock out? Nobody say a word.
Level Up to Greatness. Welcome to the podcast. He said them folks ran the smallest guy about 6 straight times on the offense. That was clearly gas asking to come out. Poor coaching decision.
Level up the greatness. Are you a Chris County fan?
I think so. I'm
Okay.
almost positive that he is. This was gonna be my question while y'all were talking, but J-Bo just answered it. I was gonna ask you how many coaches left and how many coaches are staying. He said the supporting staff is still there, of course, minus the
Okay.
defensive coordinator who's still there at Chris County. So is it going to
Okay.
be a situation where Jarvis Jones just comes in and just kind of acclimates to what's already been
Put that thing on autopilot.
That's the best
Sit back
move.
in that Tesla. Sit back in that Tesla and let that thing drive itself. That's what he gonna do.
Now he ain't riding no Tesla. You know he got a new pickup truck.
They don't do that in
But
Columbia.
That goes out in Cordia. That don't
They do
go on
that
in
in
Columbia.
my bad, my bad, my bad. I was thinking of the wrong seat. Cool. But
Shout out to Coach Newman down
but
there in Chris County.
I mean, hey, if the support staff is there, then cool. Like you said, yo, tap that autopilot and let it do what it do.
Let
Yeah,
it
but
do what it
listen,
do.
isn't he gonna come in and implement his own scheme and everything like that? I don't care if they still there or not, but he still has to. The coach staff still has to, he still has to implement his scheme the way he want the offense and the defense to kind of function. All that still has to be implemented. So regardless of
But here,
the staff there or not, they still have to
You
buy
know,
into his scheme and still have to teach it.
you know what
but
all the great coach. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
here's my thing though. He's a first year coach, dude. First time ever coach. He ain't
Yes,
got no scheme yet. He ain't got no scheme yet.
yes. That's
He's
another
built.
point. I'm
He's
like,
building.
never.
He's building his
Okay.
scheme off of his support staff and what he knows from Georgia. That's what he's
And
doing right now.
and here's the thing y'all gotta understand.
But it,
The greatest coaches, 92. The greatest coaches are coaches that don't know how to coach, but they know how to delegate. That's it.
I ain't gonna say it's
That's it,
Max.
bro.
Delegate
You
Max.
put the right people in place to delegate what need to be done to get the best out of those players.
To
Yeah.
your point,
we don't know
yo, it
what kind of
reminds
coach
me.
is going to be.
Oh,
You
okay.
you speculating, you guessing. You don't know what kind of coach he's going to be.
Yeah,
You
It
just
don't
saying
matter.
that
That's what you
he
failing to
does
realize,
that.
92. It don't matter what kind of coach he gonna be because of one thing, the key element,
What is that?
the Carver Tigers. That's it.
No.
If this was Jarvis Jones, Georgia great, DGD, hell of an NFL career, and like I said, was going to the Taylor County Vikings or the Crawford County Eagles. Shout out Paris Reigns. I have a problem, bro. I'll be right here, everything y'all saying.
Yeah.
But he's going to the Carver Tigers. That
Okay.
right there alone speaks volume over anything that you can try to say will hinder this man from being successful and his team having a great year.
Okay, my last question then. What's a successful season to you?
Oh, you don't
I'm
want to
gonna
ask
tell
me
you,
that. I argue that all the time.
no, I'm
I
gonna
don't.
tell you
I
right
don't.
now.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
for his first year. What's a successful season for him? His first year to
And
you.
A
see that what I'm
repeat.
saying? That's an unfair
You want me to
statement.
say? No, no,
That's
it's not. It's not an unfair statement.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you why it's unfair, bro.
He just said they were going 10
No,
and
no, no,
0.
no, no,
So
no, no. Let me tell you why it's unfair.
okay.
It's unfair because you have to take everything in a whole. First off, you got to look at Carver's
Uh,
Columbus schedule. That man, I told you, I can go over there right now and coach them boys and go 10-0 just because of the talent and the
yep,
schedule they have.
yep. We can't. Any
So
one of us on this panel can. Anybody listening to us can.
exactly. So if they go 10-0, his first year head coach, and they get exited into the what we say the second or third round or whatever it
Third,
was we was
we said
talking about.
we said third round.
Yes, that's a successful season to me.
How? When you
How
say
is
And
it?
me, you can go
I'm gonna
coach
tell
and
you how.
and do the
I'm gonna tell
same
you.
thing.
No, I'm gonna tell you how. This is why it's a successful season. Number one, to put it in perspective for you to understand, think of Carver Columbus as City Road 3.0. Okay, so you can understand the talent that Carver has. It's not about we know Carver has the talent. It's about the coach. The issue at hand is purely one individual managing that talent and allowing his staff to help him manage that talent, right? And help him make solid decisions.
Okay,
Because honestly, from the outside, hold on, from the outside looking in, we don't know who stayed on the staff and who didn't, except for the defensive coordinator
defense
and the
coordinator is
head
the one that left.
and the head coach.
Yeah.
All right, we were assuming everybody else stayed, which means he's either going to run the defense or bring in a defensive coordinator. That's the only question mark for Carver right now is defense. Offense is explosive. It's going to be there. Defense is the question because we don't know. I don't know. I personally don't know who's running the defense. So with that being said, for a first year coach taking over a program that just won a state title, to expect him to at a minimum get to the third round, whether he fails or succeed in that third round in that quarterfinal game, it's a success for that first year coach coming from the outside. And that's the key thing. I'm putting that in bold and underlining. Coming from the outside.
Okay, so let me read a couple of these comments. But before I say that, this is just to the point Yo made about delegating responsibility. And I'm aging myself, but one of my best friends was dating this football player from Florida State. And I was huge Florida State fan. Yes, CG92. I'm a no.
No, you good.
And I'm a no and a bulldog. Don't you just hate me.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
Me
that's
So
damn too.
that's
so
incredible.
I was really, really I was like, oh my God. I said, so you coached by Bobby Bowden. How is that? That's really cool. And you know what he said? And that's when how Florida State was in the 90s. They were a well-oiled machine. He was like, well, we don't really interact with Coach Bowden that much. I mean, we see him. He does, we deal with our coaches. He just tell folks what to do. He just sit back and just watch everything go. We don't really deal with him.
Hmm.
But that's just to Yo's point. But let me read a couple of these comments. Tick says execution is key. The Jimmys and Joes gotta know the X's and O's. Uh Zoe told Dwayne to stop and get you some melons. You really do, cause that damn watermelon yo got me the other week was spectacular.
Hey, shout out
Um,
Twin. I'll be back down there Friday, man, at the flea market, man. Y'all boy hook up with me.
okay, make sure you get me
I'll
one.
grab you another one, baby.
Yeah, I'll be going through, but I'm gonna be busy. Um, Zoe said the man had his hand on his hip. He was barely moving. So that's why they're saying that it was a bad move because the boy asked to come out. So if you got a kid that's in the game and he tired and he asking you to come out, why would you give him the ball again? So I kind of get what they're saying with that. Level Up to Greatness says he's a fan of all South Georgia teams, and he said he saw the game. He was clearly asking to come out after running up the middle 4 straight times. Yeah, that don't seem smart either. If it was a running back, then I can understand your point. Pierce had some pretty big guys on that D line. Zoe said the talent is there, but they've lost the ones that matter the most. Tick says Jarvis Jones has to coach, period. We've all seen new coaches inherit talent and not be successful.
Name one, Tick.
Um,
Come on, man.
That's a fair assessment of what. Name one.
Somebody that took over a team and couldn't do. I'm trying to think.
We'll see.
Okay, now, babe, before you read another comment, since 92 and thirds, tell me what's the difference with Cedar Grove replacing coach after coach after winning championships and the next guy moving on, and they continue to roll like the fine oil machine they were. What's the difference?
Because Cedar Grove promoted from within, whereas Carver is promoted from outside. What happened when
Okay,
Cedar Grove? Hold on now. What happened? What happened when Cedar Grove promoted from outside 2 years ago? Last year.
We got drilled.
Yep. Hold on, don't do that, babe, because here's the difference. Here's
What's
the difference. You're talking about promote from within. I just told you everything about Jarvis Jones is Carver. That's number one. Number two, he lost no coaching staff but the defensive coordinator, which he happened to be a hell of a linebacker and was on a linebacker staff at the University of Georgia. That's number two. Number three. Whoa, bro. I let you talk.
Okay, go ahead.
Cedar Grove hired from outside. Let me think about something. When Coach Adams came over to Cedar Grove as the head coach, where did he come from?
He was already on the staff as the defensive backs coordinator.
And what else was he coaching?
Defense. Coach Adams was full-time on the staff when Jimmy Smith took over.
So
he came from the middle school.
Thank you. That's the point I was trying to make. He came from the middle school. So that's the point I was trying to make. So I thought he came from the middle school straight as the head coach. I knew he was on the staff. I knew he was on the staff at the high school, but you know how some of these 3A on down, your middle school coach still be on your staff helping with positions and stuff. So that's what I thought. I didn't know he had already became full-time on the high school staff.
Yeah, he was full-time on the high school staff when Smith took over.
Let's see. Obadiah says, do you think Carver Columbus will repeat?
Yes.
Yep.
They got a 75%.
Wait. You can't. All right. So you saying they're gonna?
He said that's what was predicted. He said that's what was predicted. That wasn't his personal opinion. I don't believe.
Okay? Make it clear for me. What are we saying that Carver Columbus is going to do this year?
Our individual opinions are yes.
They're going to.
They will repeat. Yes, Carver should repeat. The only thing that's going to hinder them is the team.
So again, if they don't, isn't that a
failure?
Thank you. Yes.
But for a first-time head coach, why would it not be successful if they exit in like the third round?
Because your expectation is to repeat.
That's the point that I was trying to tell you. A failure for a fan expectation is not a failure. Every team think their team's gonna make it to the championship every year and don't.
Not well. I don't think City Grove gonna make it to no championship.
You should never think that again in your life. Y'all, those days over with. Y'all back to Battle of the Bands. Let the twins tell it. So with that being said, bro. All I'm saying is this, bro.
Go ahead.
If Chris County, if Pierce County, if Thomasville, if Peach County was to make a third round exit right now, man, to anybody else, man, that's a successful year. But guess what? I just named, hold on, bro. I just named Blue Bloods, though. I just named teams that should have or have had multiple championships. bruh, it wasn't a letdown that y'all made it to the championship game and that year Sandy Creek had the phantom touchdown. That wasn't a letdown because y'all lost.
Yeah,
Y'all should
to
have
me it
won. Y'all
is.
were favored to
No,
win.
it's a letdown to me because we let them get into that
Again,
position.
bro. I told you, fans gonna always have, but we talking realistic.
Yeah, realistic. We had
Again,
no 4th and
4th and
20, and they got a
20.
first down. That was
How many times I gotta tell you 4th and 20?
yes. That's coaching. That's all coaching. I don't care. You can't tell me nothing else different. 4th and 20. No team should get a first down when they got to score to win. Period.
And you said that's coaching that
Yes.
caused that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me just say this. That's crazy because on the highest level of football, which we all know is the NFL, yeah, that shit happens all the time. We talking about professional players. A coach can't go out there and prevent you from doing what the hell you supposed to do on that 4th and 20. Guess what? I saw that kid scrambling around and everything before he let that ball go. I mean, before he ran or whatever the hell he did to get that first down. So therefore, those guys was holding there. How long was they supposed to? They did what they were supposed to do. It was a hell of a play. That's what I hate about Cedar Grove, man. And I love my brother. Don't get me wrong. But Cedar Grove fans don't know how to be humble. Y'all act like he couldn't just make a hell of a play. That was a hell of a play that kid made.
21 yard scramble?
Bruh. Let me get this straight. If it was first down and he made 21 yards, it's a hell of a play. But because it's 4th down, he ain't supposed that ain't supposed to. Oh, it ain't supposed to happen on 4th down. It's football, bruh.
No, it does not supposed to happen on 4th down. You
Oh
know better than that. You play football.
Oh my God.
What you doing, man? We talking about 4th and 20.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying on 4th down. You expect to get off that field. But the point I'm trying to make is football. If it happens on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, or 4th down, it's a hell of a play unless you just have a complete breakdown of your defense. And that's not what Cedar Grove had. They didn't blow a coverage. They didn't overrun him or none of that. They played their plays. They did everything they were supposed to do.
Okay.
This guy that quarterback made a hell of a play.
Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. From a Cedar Grove fan perspective, we're going to always think they never should have made that first down. But being real about it, you all right. He made a hell of a play because he could not get the ball out of his hand because everybody was covered downfield.
Exactly.
He's running around, scrambling, bought himself time, got to the point to where coverage had their backs to him,
and they still playing their man, doing their job. You're absolutely right.
So I understand what you said. Being real about it, you're right. He made a great play on 4th and 20.
Let me hold on. Let me make one point because
go ahead.
I know you don't know this, but I used to be a defense coordinator at Forest Park.
Understood.
I have coached at Greene County.
Understood.
Anyway, if it's 4th and 20, you don't play man to man. You play zone. You want to keep everything in front of you. So when they saw the quarterback scrambling, they can come up and make the tackle. It's the coach's fault that we was playing man, and that's how he got the first down. All our defensive backs was away from the quarterback, not looking at the quarterback.
And I respect that. I respect that because again, highest level. Yeah, highest level, and that 4th down, they go into that prevent and all them zone defenses and stuff. So I understand what you're saying, especially I'm not knocking your experience as a defensive coordinator. So I guarantee I feel you know what you're talking about. But here's the thing that you got to understand. What it was, Ricky, number 1, what his name was?
Ricky Lee.
A hell of an athlete. I mean, goddamn, bro, I used to say that was a hell of an athlete. All right.
Yeah.
Now, when you're Cedar Grove and you know what you've been doing all game long.
Yep.
If you would have sat there and played your zone and let somebody got behind you, because you already know that it's 4th and 21 or whatever it was, 4th and 15 or whatever it was. So what is your biggest as a defensive coordinator? Tell me right now, 92. What's your greatest fear on a 4th and 21 play?
You get beat deep.
Getting beat deep. So if you know getting beat deep, so from what it looked like to me, you say y'all was playing man, but I think y'all had 2 safeties high, and I think they just went deep, and y'all start running down the field with them.
They played cover 2 man. They shouldn't have been playing man. Period. There's no reason to play man, and you got DBs chasing receivers, knowing they got to go 21 yards to get a first down. That's actually some of this is common sense. No one will play man when it's 4th and 20. Just period. You know they got to get 21 yards, and and what you teach as a defense coordinator, everything is always situational. That was all right, they got to score to win. We have them 4th and 20. DBs, play off 10 yards. Don't let them actually beat you deep, play off, and you come up and make the tackle. We win again, we out of here. The game over. So call a timeout, tell them all that junk, and go make the play. But that's coaching. Coaching didn't do that. Hey, stay in man, stay in your cover 2 man. Make sure you cover your guys. Stay with them all the way down the field. That's what they did. Quarterback scrambled and got 21 yards, and we lost.
Now, here's the thing that I always say when I say about conversating with me.
Conversing.
You're right. You keep telling me that, babe. And guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna still stay conversating. But while conversing with me, here's the thing. They played a man. They shouldn't have been in a man, right? You agree? You agree with that statement that you just made, that right?
I agree. Yep.
All they guys was covered downfield. He couldn't get the ball off. You said that, right, Thirst?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What happened if linebacker make the tackle and they don't get the first down? Nobody in their mama saying he shouldn't have been in the man.
But
everybody and their mama saying we shouldn't have been.
I was saying that after the game when we were talking.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
I hear what you're trying to say. Go ahead.
I know your point, but you know how we do.
They play a man. Receivers are covered. He can't get the ball off. He tried to scramble around like he doing. Linebacker made the tackle. Turn the ball over. Cedar Grove go on to win the championship. Ain't nobody saying we shouldn't have been in man. We got away with that. We were lucky. Woo! Nobody saying that.
Well, every coaching decision is either the most.
It's gonna be scrutinized if it win or if it goes up, it don't. Everybody gonna say what the coach should have did, depending on what happened with the outcome, or that was the greatest call. That's why I always say a fan can always sit and say, "Oh, well, this, and this." But let's look at it from the true perspective. Like I said about the running back, he's tired, but y'all know, like I said, they tell you dig deep. The 4th quarter, you gotta have. I want that last little bit out of you. If that man would have ran that ball a couple more times and ran that clock out, nobody talking about, man, they should have gave it. Yeah, we won the game, man, but they shouldn't have ran him too much. Nobody's saying that then. Okay, so that's why I don't just stand for the coach's decision and bad coaching calls, because a coach going to be scrutinized or praised by however the play end up going.
I get you. Okay, I get you, Sil. Be quiet.
Shit, we can talk about the Falcons from the Super Bowl. Shit, fucking stupid ass cash out of hand.
Hold on, man. I don't even want to talk no more tonight, man. I don't even want to talk no more tonight. Hey, how dare you?
Okay, so let me, because these comments are getting backed up, and we need to go ahead and move on a little bit. But I do want to say this. I understand what they're saying with regard to that, and I know you tell your kids to dig deeper. But if I'm a coach and first of all, it this far in the game, or this far, I mean, this was what, game 14? I know my kids by now. And if I see this kid telling me I'm tired, I can't do it, I'm thinking I get what they're saying. And running the same play 4 times, that just ain't smart to me. But we gonna move on. Let me read these comments so we can get move and we can kind of move on to another topic because I want to know what's going on down there in Fitzgerald and Douglas too. Okay, J-Bo says the boys on the hill have already bought in. The defense is going to be one of the best in the state again.
Agreed.
Level says it's easy for him to say that when he does. It's easy for him to say that when he doesn't know the facts. If that was Chris Paul, who was a real ball carrier and a bigger and tougher kid, then I would agree with his point. That quarterback was the smallest guy on the offense, and you want to send him up the middle that many times against one of the biggest D lines in 3A that year. Sis Dwayne got a comment for you. I don't know why he keep playing in your face like this, but he said that Thomasville is on the clock.
Ain't nobody studying him.
I know. I just want to, I know it ain't Friday. I kind of want you to cuss him out.
And I'm sober tonight, Dwayne, so you safe. Going on and playing traffic now.
Okay, Zach Virgil, go no. That's right. Level up the greatness says Mike didn't have that same commentary when Patrick left Cedar Grove.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Yes, I did. Because I told y'all Chris Cannon was about to be pissed off. And we were still gonna carry on once I found out who we had promoted to head coach. Because it was Coach Evans. And what happened the following season? We won state the following season.
And
Patrick lost the game at Chris County. Chris County decided to pull up the Brinks truck in Ellerwood. Got Coach Patrick and Coach Smith and two other folks went on down to Chris County. What happened? Chris County ain't been the same since.
Hey, hold on. You better stop. Hold on, 92. Hold on, 92. 92, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm sorry.
You good? Go ahead.
Listen what this man just said. Listen what this man just told me, y'all. Did y'all not listen to what 92 and my brother been saying all night about new coaches and stuff? This man just said that when Miguel Patrick left the City Road Saints and went to the Cardiac Cougars. This man took L. Smith and some other coaches. So that means when Adams got the job, he had to revamp his staff. Right or wrong?
No, he had to add three. He had to add three people.
Yeah, not totally. Well, he had to add some coaches. Yeah.
He added three people.
Coordinators?
No, he promoted the coordinator from within. He promoted
No. That ain't what I'm asking you.
Okay.
He lost coordinators.
He lost
coordinators.
Yes, he lost Smith was the offense coordinator, which we knew that was bogus anyway. We didn't want him in. We didn't want him there. At that time, Adams was the defensive coordinator. So Adams stepped up the head coach, kept the defense, and promoted Bama to offensive coordinator.
All that's from within, though.
Okay.
All from within.
Okay. Now, let me just ask you, 92 and Thirst, because I want to hear what 92 gonna say, because bro, we don't talked about this before, so I want to hear what he gonna say. Is it the same being a position coach than it is being a coordinator?
No.
Okay. All right.
And then all this, and it still depends on how long you're in that system.
So my whole point is, I don't care if it came from within. If you got to be a coordinator now, it's easy to be a coordinator and then have to worry about being a head coach. It's a lot tougher to be the head coach. So the point I'm trying to make is,
I agree with you on that. Because you got more responsibility.
It's easier to be a head coach than to be a coordinator, because head coach you delegate. Head coaches really is there to delegate. They're the overseer. The coordinators are the ones that got to put the scheme together. They got to practice the situational stuff. All that stuff has to be put together by the coordinators. The head coach come in like, hey man, what's the game plan? What you got? They go it together. The coordinators are, here's what I got. Head coach out of there. So it's easier to be a head coach than to be a coordinator.
in some respects, but when it all falls down, the book stops with the head coach. So I get
the head coach.
Head coaches get all the glory. The coordinators don't.
I get you're right. So I get what you're saying. My point is, I understand what you're saying. So I get it. Tick says repeating is harder than some are making it seem. There's a reason it doesn't happen that often. I agree. What's going on, Mr. Fowler? Peekaboo Pack Nation. You know what, Mr. Fowler and Jamie, I'm excited to see. They've been talking about this phenom quarterback out of Colquitt. He was a freshman last year, I think. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna do this year. So I'm gonna be looking out for Colquitt County. Collins McDaniel says, just like Mike Cole for coffee. First year, he got blasted by Cartersville in the quarterfinals. Then he came back the following year and returned the favor on the way to a state championship his second season. His first season was a success considering losing 22 seniors from that previous year. Wow.
Great point.
Jackie has a good question. Welcome to the podcast. He says, y'all think Irwin's gonna going back-to-back semifinals with the new head coach?
I don't know. I let bro and 92. I don't know if they've been. I hadn't done any research on Irwin yet. I've been kind of getting D2 together. I have looked at a little D1. Like I said, I was in Thomasville and Worth County region and stuff. But I'll check on Irwin, man, and I'll make sure once we do check with us next week. We'll have the single A polls out, and I can probably give you a better assessment of what my opinion is with Irwin. Now, bro, in 92, I don't know what they got. Maybe they want to assist my sisters or something. They can probably give you something.
I haven't got to their classification yet. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Yeah.
It depends. I don't know what Irwin lost, but I mean, I think it's similar to Carver Columbus. I think that they'll do well. I don't think they're gonna wet the bed. Put it like that. Will they win it all? Considering Brooks hadn't lost a lot, I don't know. I mean, there was some issues with Irwin's, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me if I'm wrong. There was some issues with Irwin's defense early on in the season, and they got it together toward the end. So let me know.
And another thing, babe, I've been kind of hearing. I don't know how true it is. Again, we like truth and facts and receipts and stuff before we speak it on Friday Night Lights. But I was hearing that Irwin was losing some players to TIF. So I don't know how true that is. So if that's the case, they're losing some players to TIF and things like that. I don't know how good they will be. But again, we'll definitely have an idea about it next week.
Yeah. So Coach Westbrook would Peach his first year. Yeah, he went 4-7. Tick says you're pettifogging, yo. I don't know what that means.
Me neither, Tick. I went to Fort Valley, but I ain't graduated. Y'all gotta let me know.
Baby, that tweet is kind of right there. So we country, but we ain't that country. So tell her what pettifogging means. No, he didn't do well his first season, but he did turn around in the second season. And there was some other issues. But
it ain't had nothing to do with the coaching.
But nothing to do with the coach. And the point is, it was a chemistry thing.
Babe, I gotta interrupt you all of this. Yes, I am, but I'm gonna just say that was Coach Westbrook's best coaching season, if you ask me, because he had to do what a lot of coaches don't have to do. He had to step into a new program and right some wrongs. He had to get rid of some of his best players and everything else. So that was a hell of a coaching job for him to do what he did in that season. So
yes, considering and they had a market improvement from the beginning to the end of the season. But the point is, it's different than the Carver Columbus situation because
totally
the chemistry is there, and Carver is a well-oiled machine. He had to come in and right some wrongs, and that's no shade to Coach Campbell, that not at all, because they were just two different coaching styles, and he did what he could do.
Shout out, Chad. I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow.
he did. He really did care about those boys. So I'm not going there. But it's two totally different situations. Oscar said, "Here, 92 premium gas go." Oscar is our resident court justice.
Wow.
He said he must be a First County fan. No, he is a Cedar Grove Saint.
If you think that's messed up, you ain't heard shit yet.
Not with Oscar, you ain't. Hey, and then don't let Oscar Tick and homeboy from Twin County get you going at the same time, boy.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, and Nick Fletcher.
Nick Fletcher and Obadiah. There's a lot of them on here, boy. They get to going at the same time, bro. You gonna see.
Let's see. I don't. Tick says I don't. Even though the East is still loaded, getting back to the state championship game is not going to be a cakewalk. Because right now you got a target on your back. You were a bit unassuming last year, especially considering the transfer stuff.
That's true. I agree with what you're saying about the repeat, but at sometimes you just have a class that come through that is just so much better than the classification you're in. It's easy for Carver Columbus to be 2A, which, let's be honest, in 3A, those boys was fighting and stuff for state championship. 4A, they fighting for state championships. So to go down to 2A just like that, like the talent they got 4A, 4-star, 5-star guys all across the field. There is a such thing as having too much talent for the classification you in. And that's just what's going on in Carver right now. It'd be a lot easier for them to repeat than a lot of other teams, besides that other school that's full of them type of athletes up north that we ain't gonna talk about it till a couple of weeks from now.
No, we'll talk about the transfer portal in a little bit. Obadiah says, I can't wait until football season starts, especially that Friday night, because the fans gonna read, and I don't think 92 ready. I think 92 ready. I think he all right.
I'm good. I'm definitely ready.
Yeah,
he's ready.
He don't took over me. He don't took over Mike role with me. Me and no mind going back and forth.
Tig says coaching matters. UGA lost that championship game because Kirby didn't call a timeout instead of the defense. He was too busy celebrating. Are we talking about in 17?
You talking about when y'all lost to Bama?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the one he's talking about. The championship game we lost. And Kirby was kind of new then too. So yeah. What's going on, Mr. Robert? The real Mr. Robert. How you doing? Tick says if it was a fifth, we'd all be on the road to drunk. And Dwayne says hindsight is 2020. Level up the grade and says that's a running back, sir. It was a quarterback.
Hey, can I comment on Tick comment?
Yes.
I'm doing 85 down that road right now.
I unmuted myself to say Mike is traveling that road quite well. And see, I was gonna leave it alone.
He ain't on the road. Hell, he home now.
No, baby, you missed it. Uncommon. Uncommon.
No, he said he'll be on the road. He's on the road to drunk. Ain't no road. Ain't nowhere else to go. The nigga drunk.
He ran out of road.
He ran out of road. That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. Next comment.
Right.
Oh Lord, here go add somebody. They stole EJ from Peach. That's why they won. EJ.
No. Hold on. Wait. Can I comment on that one?
Yes.
Okay. If we had not gotten EJ, we still would have had a quarterback.
Yeah, we had. Yeah.
Because the quarterback that went to Tucker, he won us the championship when EJ first came to us, because EJ got hurt. He came in the Carver, threw 5 touchdowns, set a state record in that game, which eventually ended up getting broken later on by the kid from Carrollton. But we still would have won that game, and we still would have won championships after that.
Mr. Mabry, welcome to the podcast. What do you disagree with? Tell us what you disagree with, sir. All right, Mr. Alexander, make sure you come back next week. The troll Jeremy says Bowden Trojans are gonna win it all again, probably. Maybe, maybe not. What's going on, Mr. Tate? How you doing? Ebony says Brooks County first year head coach this year played for a state championship. Mike, check the chat. What's going on? Let's see. Oscar says, look at what Bowden's doing. I'm gonna come back to you, Obadiah, and I'm gonna let Yo answer that question. Let's see. Dwayne says, who is Pierce recruiting at quarterback this year? I'm moving on. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Jones. He says Carver repeats, Bowden repeats, Grayson repeats, 5A. Everybody's gonna knock each other out. That's an interesting assessment, Mr. Jones.
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
Very.
I mean, and listen, he could be right. Mike, did you hear me when I said check the private chat? Did you check it?
Oh, hold on. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so nobody's there.
It's somebody in there, but I'm just waiting to see what they say. Oh, okay. Let me go. Hold on. Let me see something. Oh,
I
that right
told you.
there.
Yeah, I
Okay.
told you.
It's that. Okay, we straight now. We straight now.
I
God, I'm
told you
underwater,
the
just
water had
breathing.
run
The
out.
man will not pull me from under the water.
I told you the water had run out.
Woo, Lord Jesus, that man need to put that all down.
Why you calling me uncommon? I know what I'm talking about. Ain't no road. Let's see.
Man, I'm on a day. I'm on a one-way street right now, and it's about to turn into a dead end.
Jeremy said, "What's the safest road to travel on in Columbus?"
Man, stop
Any
reading
road,
that. Man, stop reading that stuff, man.
any road not in Columbus.
Good God, why y'all reading that?
Let's see. Okay, that's they come. Okay, Kenneth says, "What do y'all think about the player leaving Westover going to Lee? I think it's going to have to share playing time with the other running back."
Good point. Good point, Mr. Hurst. Let me just tell you something. And I know I jumped in on this one before everybody because I just want to say, as a Peach County football fan, I ain't mad at Lee County at all, sir. I ain't mad at all. That boy is a problem. I'm sorry. I've been saying that kid is a problem. That kid know how to run the football and to transfer over to Lee County and get out our region. I ain't mad at all. Now, with that being said, just Lee County doing Lee County things, man.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody know Lee kind of need a running back. So what's the issue?
Mm-hmm.
They got production to replace that quarterback and running back. What's the problem?
What's the problem? Ebony says, I'm wondering what makes a lot of these fans predict Boughton to repeat. Granted, we lost to them in the state game, but it wasn't off that they were better. I'm sorry, I'm slow. It wasn't because they were
No.
better than Brooks County. So okay, so that's a point. Because the coach that led Brooks County to the state championship game was a first-year coach. Do you all think that Brooks County and to me, Brooks County actually had more talent on the field? I think.
I agree with you, sis. But I'm gonna say this, and I thank everybody on the panel, with the exception of 92, because we was at the game. Brooks
Yes,
County, Brooks County got out coached. Plain and simple.
okay. So that was
I
my question.
disagree.
That
How
was
you
my
disagree?
question.
Please explain this one. I gotta hear this one.
What? Wait a minute. No. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot that game. That was George Lamons and that other kid, tall kid over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
tall kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was out.
yeah.
That was out, coach. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cause
So
they put them at the wide. They split them out wide and put them against a 5'6" cornerback and just threw it up to them and let them go get
Yeah,
it.
that wasn't the point. The point was them having that kid come over and try to cover George Lemon because they was both tall and he ain't played no DB probably all year
Yeah,
long.
all year long.
And Lemon a 5-star. I'd have been putting that ball up to Lemons all day long, but he got shook when
And
he saw that big corner out there on him. Yeah, that was bad coaching. I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
exactly. Cause we sitting in
so
the stands
listen, young coaches.
shaking our
Think
head.
about that. Because he was a first year coach. Now I guess my point is there are pros and cons to what both of you all are saying. Because what this guy in Brooks County inherited was
A stud of a team.
I mean, my goodness. He
AKA
inherited
Father
a
Columbus.
stud of a team. And he did it. He did well enough to get them to the state championship. But when it came down to a team that was evenly matched or similarly talented, it came down to the X's and O's. So
Whoa,
I
now
guess
I
there's
won't say that.
it,
Cause I'm sorry, babe. I'm
it
sorry.
comes. I guess I'm saying both sides have valid points. Is
I'm
all I'm saying.
sure. Agreed.
Okay.
And
Um.
Hold on, Jess. I am gonna say this. We went live after that game,
We did.
and the one thing I said when I went live was the lights was too bright for that coach and that coaching staff. That's
You
all it
did.
was,
You
You
did.
did.
You did.
and
That's a
that's
And
all
fact.
it was.
that's why that's why I'm so shook off of it because it makes me seem like everything I was saying earlier about first year coaching, I have no idea what I'm talking about because I actually agree with what we're saying now about this coach. I could not understand it. We were sitting there at that game, and I'm like, again, I'm not a coach. I've never coached a high school kid in my life. But I'm sitting here looking at why are they not doing this? That's why I don't think Bowling was an evenly matched team with Brooks because Brooks was having their way. Like you can see
Yeah,
the talent was just totally different on Brooks' side going towards Brooks. It's like the halftime adjustment was okay, George Lamb is killing us. Let's put this kid on it because we could toss it up to him too. That Brooks went trying to make no adjustments at all.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
yep.
I agree. I agree. Um, let's see. Um, Phil Jones says, I love this podcast. My first time here. Well, we certainly welcome you, Mr. Jones.
Appreciate you, Phil.
Make sure you come back. We're here on every Wednesday up until
Sometime in August.
sometime in August, and then after the first regular season game, we'll be here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And make sure you come back over here. We're so glad to have you. Ebony says we lost off of execution and coaching. She's talking about Brooks County.
I agree.
Tick says Brooks didn't make effective use of Lemons.
Agreed. Tick, we was boy. What you say?
Yeah. Kenneth Hurst says Brooks got a quarterback transfer from Cairo High School. Yeah, they did. They got a lot of
Yep.
stuff.
Can you hear public service announcement? I don't think you heard it at the beginning of the show. I'm looking to buy a U-Haul company in Cairo, Georgia. So please look around for me because there's a lot of moving going on down there.
Hold on, wait, hold on. You need to correct that phrase. It ain't you, we.
So we because
I'm
I want to
selling,
partake in this
yeah,
money.
because I'm selling my stake in the Ellenwood U-Haul company.
You need to relocate.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wonder because they already have a great quarterback over there at Brooks County. So I'm interested to see how that quarterback competition is gonna pan out. So y'all Brooks County Trojans keep me posted.
And oh, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, what
No,
we
I
going
was just gonna say, Junior Burrs, good quarterback, man. I think he threw for what 2,600 yards. Maybe one of y'all can let us know. Younger brother of Tay Burrs, who was a quarterback for Brooks, led him to a championship. Man, how do you interrupt that and say, because as I look, it's not like his brother played another position, or they just saying, oh, well, Tay is the best. I'm sorry, Junior's the best athlete we got. We'll put him at quarterback type thing. This kid is an actual quarterback. So I do think you got a quarterback controversy going on in Brooks County now, because I don't see the Cairo kid coming over or Junior moving to another position. Now, I do think Junior is a underclassman under that kid. So I don't know if you go that way with it or what, but that's an interesting take to see how that play out, especially with a second year head coach. what kind of moves and decisions he make with that?
Okay, so sis, Ebony, I want to say this to you. Let's not ever give him we do not blow his head up like this. You said Thursday, you ain't never been so right. Don't ever say that again, okay, Ebony? We already got to deal with this joker because he think he know everything. Don't do that again, okay? Thank you.
Hey, Ebony, that's my dog.
Don't do that. We already got to deal with him. Let's see. Tick says he was watching that game and he was flabbergasted about how they went away from Lamons. What's going on, my buddy? Alvin.
Yeah.
Welcome. We all grew up together. We went to the same church, everything. Well, we had the same piano teacher. Oh, wow. Welcome. He said, first time listener. Great job, home team. All right. I'm so glad you decided to join us and go.
So Alvin, real quick question. You might be from the bougie side of Fort Valley.
Let's not do that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Wait. That's a bougie side of Fort Valley?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. And to answer your question, we grew up down the street. Just be quiet.
There it is.
There's no bougie side of Fort Valley at 92. Don't pay him any attention.
92. When you come down with thirst, man, just make sure you let me take you out there to the bougie side of Fort Valley.
It's not bougie, sir. It's not bougie.
Look. I used to play at Savannah State, so I had my little times at Fort Valley. and especially whooping up on y'all and y'all homecoming was a thrill that I had. 2 touchdowns.
And that's probably the only highlight you had.
Return for a touchdown.
That's probably the only highlight you had in your career. Must I pull up the overall record? I don't think you really want to go there, sir. But hey,
we can talk about that later, though.
We can talk about that a little later. Let's see. Thirsty is the milk.
Man, that right there is too funny to me.
Okay. Phil says Bowden returns 3 players who accounted for 46 touchdowns last season.
That's a lot of production.
A lot of it.
That's a lot of production.
A lot of it. So I mean, they could very well repeat. It's not like they haven't done it before.
All right, this the third. They 3-peated anyway, didn't they? When this their third state championship in a row?
Hold on, handicap. Hold on, handicap. Hold on, wait. Handicap coach. Cause they had the handicap coach that died after he coached them to the state title.
That's Irwin. You talking about?
Oh, that's Irwin. Okay, never mind. Okay.
No, he was sick. Coach P. God, I don't. Yeah,
you ain't in front of the thing. You on the road. I'll go tell you to research that for you. Maybe the listeners, somebody know. Mr. Phil, I know you know. Come on, Phil Jones, help us out with here. And didn't they just 3-peat this year?
Well, I'm looking at it now. It said that they won in 2003 and 2024.
Because Brooks County won about 3-peat. Yeah, Brooks County won, I think, in 22.
Okay, so they back to back there.
Back to back, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Alvin said Willow Lake Road.
I see what I'm talking about. I'll wait for her to read that.
Don't encourage him, Alvin. Please do not encourage him. What's going on, Mr. McKelvin? Ware County is here.
Gators.
Ware County has a new quarterback and position coaches. Hopefully we can get back to Gator football. 14-10 record since winning the championship in 2022.
Mr. McKelvin, just do one favor for me.
Don't do it.
Just beat Perry this year. That's all I want you to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Do
mean, we know the down. I mean, we know what the downfall was for Ware County.
the quarterback.
So
Well, when he left,
yeah,
yeah, when he left and went back, we knew that was gonna be
yeah,
their down.
yeah. Everything left. So it is what it is. We saw that coming. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, moving on.
Whatever. And Tick, I'm not even reading that. I'm
It's
not even
culture, Tick. I know, bro. I know.
What's going on, Mr. Nicholson? Mary Persons is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I saw pictures of renovated Dan Pitt Stadium. Looks really, really nice. Dwayne says,
Uh, Senior quarterback this year, Mr. Nichols. Couple of guys I ran into from Mary Person. They feel pretty good. Think you all have a shot challenging Sandy Creek for the region championship this year. So
Eh,
good luck to
eh,
the field dog.
they
eh,
beat Sandy
eh,
Creek last
They
year. What are
beat
you
them last
talking
year.
about?
okay,
And
and guess what?
let's not forget, bro. Mary Person had to forfeit 4 or 5 of their games. So if
But
they didn't
let's,
forfeit those games and beat Cedar and beat Sandy Creek, bro, it's a good chance they could have won the region last year.
bro, that game had no impact on the region last year. That's why I'm laughing.
Um, bro, I think they
It
did
did.
because
It did, bruh. When Sandy Creek played Mary Person, that one individual game, because of the forfeits, had no impact on the region
oh well, it still could
because
have hurt them.
they
It
had
still could have
forfeited
hurt
some
them
region
against.
games.
It still could have hurt them against Lagrange if Lagrange didn't go out and lose to Upson Lee or somebody though.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. It's the same thing when City Road lost to Sandy Creek. It had no impact on the region because they already had the region won, regardless of what happened with any other team that last year.
Yeah, but guess what? We was in a point system last year, bro. That was the first time for that. So you're not going out not trying to win games, and you playing in the point system, the power ranking system. This, come on, man, winning that region
Now,
and not taking that loss would have been a better thing for Sandy Creek than what they did.
but now Sandy Creek coach understands that.
Oh, okay. We not going there.
Yeah, yeah, we're not
Miss-
gonna go there.
Mr.
Let's keep it moving.
Jones, Mr. Jones said that Bowden has won 3 in a row, and they're going for their 4th this year.
Yeah, I thought that was 3 in a row.
Ebony said that it is their 3rd. What's going
Oh,
on, Wildcat? Ricky Moss, the coach from Irwin County is Buddy Nobles, and he coached them to a champion. I was really, really rooting
Yep,
for
you're right.
him.
My bad.
And let me tell you, and let me tell you this: 92. Ricky Moss is a Wildcat. Don't make me let him get on you about them Savannah State Tigers, Ricky. I don't know if you were here when you heard him talking about these Wildcats, but
Yeah, I torture our sorry cats.
Ricky, don't do it to him. Don't do it
oh
to
my lord, boy, Phil Jones, you might become my new best friend, man.
him. Let's see. Let's see.
I got some towns on you. They do be tripping.
Alvin said he stopped by Peach's spring practice a few weeks ago, and it might be a special season in the valley.
That's what I'm talking about, Alan.
I think you'll agrees with you. Lee said that they're excited about Mary Persons this year, and yes, they did have to forfeit 4 games. Nick Fletcher, what's
Oh
good?
lord, what's going on, bro? Shout out Gavin.
Hold on, bro.
Okay, so 92. This is Nick Fletcher. He is from Toombs County. His son is a standout wide receiver, Gavin Fletcher. He is an excellent wide receiver, and we really
Excellent kid, man.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. I got a question for
Yes,
92.
Phil Jones might just become my new best friend.
He said, I have a question for the panel. Will Cedar Grove get back to its once winning ways?
Oh,
Not this year. Not
Yeah,
this year.
Mr. Jones, I don't know if you heard that we're trying to buy U-Haul equipment. City Grove is selling theirs. So if they decide to keep their U-Haul equipment and start putting some apartments up for some kids and their parents, they might get back to their ways. But as of right now, nah.
Okay.
Nah.
All right, let me go ahead and comment on this.
yeah.
Now that I have met and got a relationship with Coach Freeman, again, I'm sticking to my prediction, and this is my receipt. City Grove, 5-5. this season, in his first season. His second season, and moving on from there, as long as he stays there, I do see improvement. But I do not see City Grove going past second round of the playoffs this year.
In wood.
Football.
Just flag football. I don't see them. Let me tell you
No,
something, man.
no,
That's
no.
messed
We're
up.
gonna
Hold on.
wait. We're gonna take hold on. We're gonna take second in the region. We're gonna take second in the region
In
behind
wood.
Stevenson.
In
Behind
wood.
in football, behind Stevenson, Doug gonna be third, and Luella gonna be fourth.
Man, I like Stevenson, Luella, Doug, and guess what? I can't even say this because they just completely let us down, and I don't think their football program will ever be as good as it was.
Don't you
But
dare say it.
no. They would not be a 4 seed. That program would not. I mean, come on, man, it was ridiculous. That was the best talent that they probably had last year, and couldn't make the playoff. It surely will not happen this year. So, do you get a 4 seed? Yeah, maybe. But first, second, and third is Stevenson, Doug, and Luella.
You don't see Cedar Grove going 6-4. I think I could see a 6-4 based on
In wood.
I
The
saw
Cedar
the
Grove guy don't even see them going 6-4.
Just I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not see us going 6-4. I
Yeah.
really don't.
I
I
had
see us
David
going
as
5-5.
president.
I see us going 5-5 because Stevenson is gonna win the region. No hands down. Stevenson gonna win that region.
Hey, shout out
Doug,
Coach, man. We need Coach on
oh, for
last year.
Stevenson.
Stevenson, yeah.
Okay, I'll reach out to him. I'll pull up
Yes,
on him
sir.
when I get back in town. When I get back in
Yes,
town,
sir.
I'll pull up on him.
Yes, sir.
But Stevenson is gonna win the region hands down because they got a ten back and they still got a quarterback. When it comes to that second, third, and fourth spot, it's up for grabs because y'all got to remember, Doug lost a big piece of their offense and defense. Number
Yeah,
one.
Georgia kid,
Number
right?
two, exactly. That's and that 2-3 spot in that region fight up for grabs. And
That's
then
like
it's
you
gonna be
either in
Doug,
the
it's gonna be
swimming
Doug,
pool,
City Grove, and Llewellyn.
you either in the swimming pool or the elevator, bro.
Nah, I'm sending out back. But
Okay.
it's gonna end up being 2, 3, and 4 in no particular order. City Road, Doug, and Llewellyn in that region five. Here's the
Okay.
thing. I really do believe Llewellyn's gonna take for best. What shall I say? At worst for City Grove is 3, with Doug at 2, or vice versa for City Grove being at best, taking number 2 and Doug taking number 3. Because I'm telling you now, quarterback play is still killing City Grove. We got the defense, we got the running game. We just don't have the delivery system at quarterback like we're used to having.
Y'all hadn't
That's
moved
the
nobody
issue.
in yet?
They
I don't.
trying to say they U-Haul, baby.
Hey, this all I'm gonna say. We got some things in work.
Okay, so if you get the quarter, let's just say, somebody, if because people move to Atlanta all the time. So
Yeah.
so say you get this quarterback that you need, and you move,
hmm
say you move the quarterback that you got now to slot receiver or DB
Nah,
or
shit.
something.
Move him off the roster.
Oh my God, we're
Hey,
not talking about
that's
we're not
somebody.
talking
That's
about names
somebody,
like
baby,
that.
Okay,
man.
my
That's
bad,
somebody,
my bad,
baby.
We're
my
not
bad,
talking about
my
names
bad,
like
my
that.
bad.
We
Move
don't
him to
do that.
move him to QB2.
And so, if you get the quarterback that you want, where do you see your team?
7-3.
Okay, okay.
Because we beat Thera, we lose to Alpharetta, we lose to what's the other school we got coming in that we playing? I want to say Collins Hill.
Yeah, you
We
right.
lose that and possibly the Stevens game. 7
Okay.
3.
All right. Let's see. Lee says the backup quarterback at Mary Persons is a slot receiver. Nick says after Gavin graduates, he's attending every camp. And yes, he is recruiting for tunes. You might as well join in. Everybody else is doing it, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit too. Nick says he saw number 16 at Mercer. He's talking about number 16 for Northeast. He said, "Good Lord, he's P4 for sure." Yes, he's excellent. He's excellent. Uh, you know what, Claude and Ray, I love it. We gotta add somebody else in. We got 3 on here. Tick said thirsty is drunk. That lemon head delight ain't selling this year.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Hey, this is what I gotta say to this. Name brand means something. All right. When you blue matic, it's a name brand. But right now, when you Staples, it ain't
All right,
back on right now. It's magic.
I think he's
Okay,
sick in the blood.
just say okay, y'all. Just say okay.
Just say okay.
okay.
Oscar, here go Oscar. He said they gonna have 6 fours on their low riders in Ellenwood, but full power record, hell no. Woo. Let's see. Zoe talking about like Cedar Grove band. He like Cedar Grove band. Fire is fire. Listen, let me tell you something about the thumping 30. Those little kids have heart. It ain't with 30. It ain't a whole lot of them, but they sound good and they work hard. So shout out to the Cedar Grove Saints band.
They take pride in what they do, man. They were probably 17 to 20 kids, and you could hear them. They were live. They were dancing. Like, shout out to them kids for real, man.
Obadiah says, ain't nobody trying to transfer up there. Y'all know how them North Georgia schools do. And you know what? I was thinking about this today because people there's kind of segue into this. So there was, there's some rumblings, some things that are going on in South Georgia. The kid from Westover moved to Lee. There's the kid from Cairo. He went to went to a school in Florida. I think Gadsden, is that what it is?
Mhm.
Gaston County.
Gaston County in Florida. The other kid went to Brooks County, and then there was a kid that left Coffee apparently and has gone to Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
And so there's this thing about how in North Georgia they doing all this transferring, and then in South Georgia and Middle Georgia all they do is tell. And we say it's because in up there in Atlanta, they don't tell because it's they just go find another one. But in South Georgia and Middle Georgia, they're kind of scarce. So let me put this into perspective for you, because when I was in my training session today, I had a little time to think. Okay, so there are how many counties in the state of Georgia? 159.
159, yeah.
Yes. So in the metro Atlanta area, there are 29 counties. 39 if you want to include Sandy Springs and the Athens Clark area, right? So that's 39 counties. So that leaves 120 to 130 counties outside of Atlanta at the Atlanta metro area. There are, stay with me now, there are 11,180,000 people that live in the state of Georgia. In the metro Atlanta area, there are 6,307,241 people. So that leaves what? And that's in 29 counties. And that leaves 4.2 million for 120 other counties. And to put it more into perspective, of that 6.3 million people that live in the metro area, there are 60% of that 6.3 million live in 5 counties. We talking Fulton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, and Clayton. Cobb and Clayton is 5. So that's 3.7 million people in 5 counties that got to compete with 120 counties over 4.7 million. Just to put that in perspective. So you got outliers like Lee County and Colquitt County, but even with that, even with Colquitt County, and they got and Lowndes County and you know what's going on in there. For every three or four stars at Lowndes County or Colquitt County, Milton got 7 or 8, right? And so you down here and you trying to compete with that, and then somebody come in and kind of takes that away. Heck yeah, you want to tell, cause you know what I'm saying. You fighting for your life, cause them people. I mean, they can go down the street and just pick somebody up out the corner, and they can probably play football. And just imagine all the people in Colquitt County that can play football but ain't playing. Even if you get all of them to play on a team, for them to compete with Milton and Parkview, all them other Gwinnett's, it's just the numbers are astronomical. So I just said that to kind of put it in perspective. So yeah, they tell, because they fight for their life down there.
Good
Can
take
I
and
say it?
good stuff.
Can I go ahead and say it again?
Go ahead.
The tables have shifted from South Georgia to North Georgia.
Mm, well, bro,
It
we
has.
disagreed about that for years.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is South Georgia, where football was 90s, early 2000 into the mid turn of that decade. South Georgia football was built on kids playing together, coming up through. Because guess what? You're in a rural area. You don't have much to
Mm-hmm.
do. Every Friday
Mm-hmm.
night, town shutting down because everybody and their
Mm-hmm.
mama is at the football game. That's what we breathed. That's what we loved. That's what it was about. Where in North Georgia, your kids was trying to do everything else besides that. You may have IEU 92 and people that came through y'all genre, y'all generation
Era.
that was there you go, baby. Your era. That
We in
was
the
up
same era.
forward. Hey babe, we talking. That was up forward.
Boy, you better be glad it ain't
I'm
Friday.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You ain't
So
sorry.
with that
Oh, he mean that one. He mean that one.
so with that being said, my point is now, bruh, you like to think y'all have taken the blueprint, but I disagree. I agree exactly with what it is that my sister just said. Because if you had that one stud that was a 5 star, and if anybody know, y'all check my receipts. I always say it. You got that one 5 star, that one generational player, i.e., DeMello Jones coming out of a single A, double A, Swainsboro. That one player was strong enough, was better than you have an 11 full of 2 stars or 1 stars or no star guys. That one guy was enough to get over that hump. That one guy's not enough to go up there and challenge PAC, who can bring in 5 DeMello Jones.
But bro, that's why I'm saying the tables has flipped. The North took the blueprint that the
No, you did
South
not.
was
That's the
doing.
point I'm saying. No, you're not.
But
You're not. You're
yes, we
not
have
bringing. No, you're not
because
bringing up. You're not bringing up throughout the ranks, bro. You're not
hang
doing that.
on, hold on, whoa, now hold on now. A lot of kids we are bringing up through the rec ball system, middle
Yes,
school, in the
yes,
high school. There
yes,
are a lot of kids that are staying within the system that are staying loyal to the system that they are being raised in. And then, yes, we do have kids that are, I guess you could say, trying to find a ring that are ring chasing and transferring programs up here in the north. Yes, we do have that. But at the end of the day, though, the basis is taking the blueprint that the South was doing for years, bringing it up north, fine tuning that blueprint, bringing those kids up through rec ball, middle school, into high school. And then we have, and now this is the key point of it, okay? We have the luxury of including transfers. And then with NIL deals, if you're going to and we already know how I feel about NIL deals, that they only apply to Super 11. Okay. If you are going to be a Super 11 and transfer into my program, I'm going to find you the best NIL deal for you because those are the only people making NIL money are Super 11s.
bro. Let me just
What's up?
stop you. You can finish after I say this, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
You said you made a great point. You just said it backwards, bro.
Okay.
Transfers is what benefit and get y'all to get on the level and surpass the South. Again, like I said, and I stand on this. I can
Okay.
take Thomas County Central. Okay, I can take the best players in Thomas County, Brooks County, Grady County, and put them on one team. Be Thomas County
Yeah.
Central, and I guarantee you they'll give Milton everything they want. So,
And still won't win against Milton.
oh, come on, bro.
It's a
Come on.
numbers
Thomas
thing.
County Central can get on the field and play with Milton right now. Now, I don't say they win the game, but they can
Oh,
get on the
anybody
field and play with Milton right now. And if
oh
you go
anybody
ahead and
anybody
take,
can get on the field and play with Milton right now, but they ain't finna win.
Okay, can I say this? This is the difference right here.
What's the difference?
What yo is saying is if you get the kids from Grady County, Thomas County, go over to Bainbridge, go over to Colquitt County, all them, get them together, even
Yeah.
Lee County, get them all together. The only difference is up there up north, because that's what Milton is doing. I hope you know that. And they ain't
Okay.
saying nothing. It's a numbers
and
game.
and not to interrupt you, babe. I'm just going, and again, y'all know we like to have receipts. We like to know facts and stuff before we put stuff out. So this right here is not uh Friday Night Lights putting anything out. We talking about what we heard. I never mentioned anything about Sandy Creek being a problem when Mary Person, but guess what? From what we're hearing, our fact check and find out once we start going through the rankings of 3A and whatnot, Sandy Creek don't lost two kids that went over to Douglas County. Nobody's gonna question that. Nobody's gonna want to see receipts and see move-in slips and all of that stuff. Nobody at Sandy Creek gonna go say, "Hey, they don't supposed to be at Douglas County." That's not gonna happen, bro. That's why Douglas County, because I've seen Douglas County
Yeah.
play some Houston counties and some North Sides and Warner Robins and get skint. But now that the transfer portal is wide open, I don't see those teams being able to get on the field with Douglas County.
Yeah.
I
Man,
seen Cedar Grove come down and beat a lowly ranked veteran team in the playoffs, just barely. And I seen a coach come over there and start bringing kids in, and them go and win five championships in 7 years. So, bro, it ain't the tables his turn. Y'all are allowed to do some things that South and Middle Georgia can't do. You got a 5-yard head start, and you turn around bragging, want to pick at us by us being five yards behind, bro.
no, sir. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Because look at the paper trail. Look at the receipts. All the way up through the mid 2000 through 2010, it was all South Georgia. And I think the whole panel agrees with that. Up until 2010, it was all South Georgia. Winning state titles, winning national high school championships. But the thing is, though, up here in the metro area, they got hip to the system. Tried to emulate the system, emulated the system to be successful, i.e., Buford emulated the system,
It's
but
easier to
they
do. They
twit.
got
Now,
numbers.
I'm with you on that, and I'm about to get to that point. I'm about to get to that. Emulated the system, tweaked the system, and was able to advertise the system and sell it to anybody and everybody because of one thing that is the biggest difference between the metro area and South Georgia. And we all know it's the infrastructure that
Mhm.
was able to sell that program to the parent. Look, I got you. I can get you a job here. I can put you in an apartment here to come up here for your child to play for me. It's a lot
You know,
easier to do that up here than it is down in middle and south Georgia.
Yes,
money
because
talk.
guess what? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. 92.
No, I'm just saying money talks. Yeah, he's right. Money
Yeah.
talks. You have y'all
And,
seen beef in school?
and guess what? The program that he left is not
Mhm.
going to say anything because they'll just snatch somebody else.
True.
And you can't really do that down in South and Middle Georgia. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough
But
to do it.
but there is one thing that there is one thing that sticks to all of this. There are blue collar programs out there that are going to consistently get third, fourth round playoffs every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to allow a player to be seen, to get noticed, to get, their accolades, to get their scholarship offers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
those blue collar programs, those names are still going to ring throughout the state, throughout the nation.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is we have new names that are coming in and making themselves new blue collar schools.
Because they got the.
You're talking about all the Gwinnett County schools, right?
Yet
Mm-hmm.
Gwinnett County schools there are a lot of new Gwinnett County schools coming up on the scene
Yeah,
to become blue collar schools.
yeah, yeah.
Because people are
I mean,
moving
they
there.
was built that way though.
Well, I'm not gonna say they were built that way. They got the money to make it happen.
Yeah, they got their own stadiums. One,
Yeah.
their schools are always attached to parks. You got Parkview, you got a park. You got Grayson, rec. Archer got their own rec. Yeah, that farm system is tied to the high school. All that was built. That infrastructure was built that way. That's how they designed it, and so that's why you see a lot of Gwinnett County schools doing so well.
Mm-hmm. Because at one point they weren't. Let me read a couple of these comments before
Okay.
we get out of here. Tick says it's hard in Macon. You got 6 high schools plus 11 private schools and HOCO. True.
That's a shot fired that you ain't speak up on.
Alvin Conte says up north they supplement the South blueprint by sprinkling in some transfers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's the
We
whole
do.
point.
We
Have a
do.
good
We
point.
do. We
Yeah,
do. And I spoke on that. And I
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah. Ricky Moss says, to me, the power shift came when Metro Atlanta began to take the trenches more seriously. At the earlier training and development and the loss of jobs in South and Middle Georgia towns and counties, then you have what you have. I totally agree. Because every time somebody leaves the South or they leave their hometown, you know what they end up? They end up in
Atlanta.
I had a job in Atlanta for 17 years. I
I
mean,
left at 18,
you know
went
what I
into the military, came back and went straight to Atlanta. So I know what you're talking
mean?
about.
I get it. That's what the jobs were. That's why I was up there for 17 years. What's going on, Mara Shields? I want to hear about Newton County this year. Who are this year's Super 11? I don't know. That's something we can talk about. What's going on, JC Tully? How are you? Main Lakes, what's going on? Burke County in the building. Jay says you can put those teams out of deep South Georgia against Milton and whoop the pants off of them. That's
Yep.
the problem. They just so far apart. You know what I'm saying? If we had an all-star team down there, they could definitely compete.
It
Now,
ain't just down there. It's Middle Georgia also.
when I say South Georgia, sometimes I just lump us all together. Okay. That's all. Nick says, yeah, they will. If TCC added those counties, they could beat Milton. That's the difference. They play one side of the ball. Down south, your best have to play both ways, and that wears you down. Obadiah says public service announcement allegedly. That's right, Obadiah. Allegedly. And let me say this: we're not TMZ. We're not trying to get you know what I'm saying. We're not trying to be the first to break news and all that kind of stuff. We don't That's not what we're about. We just here to talk high school football. What's going on, Ryan Wembley? Welcome to the podcast. He says, living here in Coffee, if we got the best two players from Irwin, Fitzgerald, and Pearson, they're going to snitch. And now the season gone, so you got to work with what you've got. Exactly, because it's a numbers thing. It's a numbers thing. Because if I'm Irwin and I'm trying to win in my division, and here you go taking the two that I got. How many people go? How many people are at Irwin County? 500 or 600. The school population, and you trying to take two of my studs. Yeah, I'm gonna be mad enough to tell. Should I just go on and find somebody else and work with what I got? Sure, but I'm gonna tell. Ricky says local economy, school quality, community safety, housing market play major role in high school athletic success. That is an excellent dissertation topic, and it is so true, Ricky. It is so true. Yes, Alvin, Douglas County has been loading up the past couple of years. Yes, and I wonder that coach has a formula, does he not, gentlemen?
Yep.
He got one.
He has a formula over there, and I'm just
No. That was the other school in Douglas County.
I know, but then that where he came from?
No.
That ain't where he came from.
No, they better not hire that. That probably won't hire that man. Come on, man. That
I
man
thought
was
that's
doing.
why he had to leave.
Yeah, but he didn't go to Douglas.
He didn't.
Not doing that. What we're gonna stop him from doing it at Douglas if he would do?
I don't know. He was winning. That's all I can say. Dwayne says South Georgia had homegrown teams. North Georgia got Lego sets. So to compete, guess what South Georgia started to do? They try to get Lego sets. But
Lego sets.
Folk won't let them be great. People won't let them be great.
Everybody at the Lego store right now.
But again, when you ain't got but 2 or 3 Lego pieces to try to build a house with, you gonna get mad if somebody come steal that Lego from you. Up there, you got 1,000 pieces. You lose 2 or 3 pieces, you just go pick up 2 or 3 pieces more. That's the difference. That's the whole point of just reading those numbers off.
No, I get all that, and I understand all that. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying North Georgia is in a better position than Middle and South Georgia. That's all.
Yeah. Ricky says you take away the growth of the Mall of Georgia area, and Beaufort is not successful.
Good point.
That's funny. That's funny right there.
No. That's a good point.
No, it's a good point, but it's still funny though.
Man, I remember, man, when I probably first came to the Metro Atlanta area, and I'm big in high school football, and I'm trying to go all around Atlanta because I don't have a team up there, so I'm all in every school I could possibly think of. And Parkview has this running back, and this running back is ridiculous. And it's all on the news about him going to Beaufort. And I'm trying to figure out, why is he leaving Parkview to go to Beaufort? It was Caleb King. I couldn't understand why he was leaving to go to Beaufort. And that's when I started understanding what it was Beaufort do. Now, let's be real. North Georgia didn't start recruiting and doing everything because they got a blueprint and start adding transfer. You just copied off of what Beaufort was doing. Because Beaufort was the first team up there doing that type of stuff.
You can spend it how you want to spend it.
You just copied off of what Beaufort was doing.
You can spend it. Copying off of Beaufort, copying off of South Georgia. You can spend it how you want to spend it. Bottom line is, the blueprint was laid by South Georgia. Beaufort, North Georgia, took the blueprint and remixed it.
I'm gonna tell you in a minute. Let me read this real quick. Ricky says all Gwinnett County schools have their athletic associations. Dwayne says North Georgia is a whole Lego set. Obadiah said Dwayne Little said that Lego set has fallen apart by now. Tick asks the question. He says, "How does Fabuloso get away with it in Lee County?"
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Shout out Cole Fabrizio, man. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up, Tick, and see if we can get him on the show soon as we start getting our coaches on, man.
Yeah, we
You
got a
gotta
coach on
understand. I know you do, Tick. I know you know the demographics of that Lee County and Albany. So it really not hard because they dotting their I's and crossing their T's, considering a lot of the demographics of Albany and Lee County is just across the street. Like literally. Like you can live on one side of the street and be in Albany going to what, Bay Monroe?
Uh-huh.
And then right across the street, you going to Lee County. So when you have stuff like that going on, it's bound to happen.
And when
Hell,
we were
that's
down
probably the
there last,
easiest bona fide. My bad, sis.
go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
That's probably the
That's
easiest bona fide move you can make.
Yes.
yes. So if you're a kid going to Monroe, and we saw it when we were down there,
Yes.
Wayne, there is a park, and you would think you were in Albany, and there are these duplexes. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know that country music singer Luke Bryan. But anyway, he's a Lee County guy. Well, apparently now he is partnered with some people, and they got some duplexes, really nice, and they're right there. And you think it was in Albany? It's right down the street from Monroe, but guess what? It's Lee County. You know, it's if you already renting, it's nothing for me to move over here in this nice duplex. I'm in Lee County. I turn on it's just easy. And you can still have the proximity to your home and your family and your friends and go to church and do all the things that you do. So it's a cool dynamic, in other words.
And unlike some other schools in the area that shall remain nameless, if the program is for you, like if they really want you there, they're gonna make sure, like sis said, they dotting their T's and dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They're gonna make sure they do everything necessary to get you there, whether it's help your parents get a job or something. They're gonna make sure that they get you there. They're just not gonna blatantly deny you or just lame shit. Don't get me started.
It's gonna be airtight.
Just turn down players instead of looking out for them.
Exactly. So fucking stupid.
You can, I mean,
Hey, I knew Caesar coming with that one. That was
it's gonna be airtight. You can complain.
That is hilarious.
You can complain and you can cry, but you will not be able to crack that
Say
nut.
you would not.
Exactly.
So guess what, babe? I guess
Okay.
I guess I need to go over there on Marshville Highway and buy out that trailer park, man, to see if I can't put some new mobile homes out there. See if I can get some kids moved in for Peach County.
Make it do what it do, Charlie.
Hey, shit. Hey, I'll be your silent investor to make sure we got some good double wides out there.
There we go.
Hey, we can even go down Highway 42 in Byron. There's some places down there.
But I'm scared Boom might snatch them up from us.
Level says Westover is closer to Lee, not Monroe. Okay.
Way to clear that up. We was asking which one.
Let me tell you something. Every time I go to Albany, I'll never leave the same way I come through. I don't understand it. That loop confuses me to death. I don't know. I know Oglethorpe and I know Slappy, and I barely know them. So every time I got to go through Albany, when it's time for me to come back through, I don't never come back. I don't understand what y'all know about that. I don't understand that loop at all. It's crazy. Let's see. Ricky said not beautiful. The Gwinnett County dynasty started with Parkview and Brookwood in the late 90s and early 2000s.
I agree with that, except for those were kids that was actually zoned for the Brookwood and the Parkview area. We're talking about the move-ins and the trade and the transfers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Buford University Stadium. I think it's already finished, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
It's so nice. Corey Cresswell, welcome. He said, "Ain't no parent moving in a trailer."
Shit.
Y'all, y'all,
For that
y'all
kid,
must
they
don't
just might.
y'all must don't know what's going on.
That's not unheard of in South Georgia.
No,
It's
Y'all ain't
nothing to move into
y'all
a
ain't,
mobile home and get your kid to play for a couple years and then get back where you're supposed to be.
and have you
hold on,
seen
hold
some of
on.
these double wides?
The
They
what?
know.
Yeah, thank you, sis.
With
They ain't
high
seen these new
ceilings,
double wides with the jacuzzi suite on with the jacuzzi in them.
with the high
All you
suites
got,
and two sitting areas and shit.
man,
Yeah,
all you got to do is let your child play 2 years, get to college, and start making some real NIL money.
yeah,
Nah,
yes. Y'all don't know. Let's see. I'm from the city, so no, we ain't used to it.
nope. I had never seen one.
My lord.
You know
Sound
what?
like y'all need to travel south.
Yeah, we gonna have to bring you down to South Georgia. So
I
y'all,
told him.
yeah. We're gonna have to take y'all through.
Hey, hey, don't worry. Hey, I got 92. 92, he gonna see the cow in front of Peach County in the pen. So he gonna understand how it is in the South.
That's middle Georgia.
Hey, hey, man, that tick wild, man.
He said Hoko got Lisa Ames and that
Hey,
they
and
do.
the funny part about it is he might just be telling the truth.
Maybe. These transfers are hurting a lot of schools and helping other schools. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where you get right and you get left. It's like if you get tired of getting there and getting the what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over
Same
and over.
thing.
Thing and expecting a different result.
So after you keep getting beat over the head, you see that dude coming hitting you on this side of the head. What you gonna do? You gonna move your head, right? So you gonna go on another trajectory. And so hopefully all of this works out. Big Langston. All right, Mr. Cresswell. Joe, you were off. Uh
No,
and
no,
I'm
no. No. They shut that move down. I just told you it was on. He was talking about he was living with his uncle and all of that. He ended up at Great Atlanta Christian, being a private school,
what
but
is that?
his first initial transfer was supposed to be Buford.
Oh, okay. Whoever you talking about. But no, you weren't on when somebody had a question about North Side and what you thought North Side was gonna do. Because seeing Mr. Cresswell talk about Langston reminded me of that. And so
About Northside
yeah, what do you think about North Side this year?
And
this year,
what? And what?
this year,
Yes, this
And
year.
what?
five,
And what?
5 games, bro,
And hold
5 games.
hold on, yo. In what?
I'm telling you, bro. The Northside Eagles will win 5 games. I don't think they make the playoffs again this year, but I will be on the lookout for what it is that Coach Daniel Boone is doing down at Northside Warner Robins.
Cause baby, let me tell you, he's
Type of guy.
got put it like this, he got BDE. I can tell you that much based on what I saw.
I'm gonna be honest
And if
with you.
you
I
don't know
wouldn't
what
be surprised.
BDE, I
Hey, can I say something? I do not. I would not be surprised if Northside is going in the region play at 2-3.
Easily, easily. And then, like I said, they're in a tough region. You may, and again, I think veterans will surprise a lot of teams this year.
they ain't going no playoffs, yo. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I
Hey,
see
hold on, Jeff.
that team
Jeff, it's way too
sometimes.
early. We ain't saying they're going to the playoffs. It's way too early, but we just saying they might surprise some teams
No, he
off the.
said
No, 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 bro.
last
I,
program.
I said they was going to make the playoffs, but the team I thought they would out overcome would be Hoko. Hoko lost a stud. I'm talking about one of the best in the state last year at that position at quarterback. They lost a 4-star offensive lineman to Georgia Tech. They lost a 4-star wide receiver to Mississippi State. They lost a ton of talent on the offensive side of the ball. So I thought that they would veterans would overtake them because they got a stud of an offensive lineman, quarterback, and whatnot coming up through that program right now. But I find out that they still been on the trail.
R2D2.
I think Hoko get.
Okay. Um, but
Really?
before we get out of here, uh, let me read these let me read these couple of comments, and then I'm gonna ask a quick question, and we can get out of here. Alvin says, hearing that Coach Boone's trying to bring some North practices down in Middle Georgia. Yeah, Alvin, we heard the same. And what was so ironic was the one who was calling on him. Like, really, dude? You got your nerve. Um, Mr. McDaniel says he can come down to Douglas and catch a game. Just know you're gonna be fighting flies on your right and gnats on your left. Not to mention the mosquitoes aiming at your crown.
Mm, mm,
That's true. But come
mm.
on down, you'll get used to them. Like my sister and I were in the car. My sister, she lives up in the in metro area now. And so we were coming home Sunday and we stopped in Dooley County and I let the windows down and some gnats got in the car. And she was like, "Oh my God, how do you deal with this?" I'm like, "Girl, you grew up in Fort Valley, Georgia. You ate gnats. What are you talking about? Like, it ain't no big deal.
So if she ate that, what that mean you did?
I ate them. You ate
Oh,
them
okay.
too. And you ain't even know it. It ain't like you. It's like you just walking. They running in you. You can't help it.
Get what, babe? When my allergy used to bother me so bad, my eyes and stuff swole. At the end of the night, mama pulling 5, 6 gnats out my eyes.
Exactly. They just run. I mean, so yes, but welcome to South Georgia. Shout out to Coach Boone. Yes, he's like I said. If you don't know what BDE is, look it up. He got it. So before we leave, this is the question I have. Tomorrow, I get excited about the NBA finals, so that means we're that much closer to football. So my question to the panel and everybody in podcast land: who do you have winning the NBA finals? Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna go first. I really don't give a flying hoop.
I knew you were gonna say that. But I
Well,
mean they're not sexy teams, but I think it's gonna be some good basketball. So again, who you got, yo?
Babe, I call I'm sorry, I call Indiana, and I thought it would be a team like Dallas or Golden State to challenge them for the championship. So I've been riding with Indiana, but the way OKC is playing right now, I think it's hard that anybody beat them. But if anybody can beat them, it's Indiana. So with that being said,
You don't know.
Indiana in 6.
Okay. Who you got, 92?
Man, Indiana is sick. You over there drunk. Listen here. This is gonna be a 5-1 split, basically. OKC gonna win probably the first 3. They're gonna drop probably their 4th game and finish it off in 5.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
Okay,
Okay.
5. Okay. What you got, sis?
well, I'm not that much of a basketball fan, but I'm gonna go with OKC, and they need to wrap this shit on up so we can get on the football season.
Yeah, I think
My kind of thinking.
There you go.
I think the first 2 games when Indiana was playing the Knicks, I was like, okay, I see you, Indiana, but then them last couple they kind of struggled a little bit. I think I'm going with OKC as well. So let's see what the listeners say. They got OKC in 6. Mr. Robert, that's tick. Robert says Oklahoma City. Ebony says Indy. I trust her.
Mhm.
That's a basketball coach right there. I trust her. Uh Obadiah says I'll co-sign with Mike for once.
He said that I can rap.
I know you lying.
He's drunker than Ken Brown right
Hey, we do not own the rights to this music. Please let that be known.
We own none of it.
now. Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
So,
I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. I had to do it. I couldn't resist.
Andrew. Collins McDaniel says he's not a Thunder fan, even though I'm from Oklahoma, but he has a Thunder in 5 too as well. Alvin, the show starts at 7ish on Wednesdays from June until August. So when the first game starts, we'll be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Friday nights are said with your chest. So anything you hear from me, friend, yes, I know we went to Sunday school together, but it's gonna be a little different.
All
Okay.
that goes out the door
Viewer,
on Friday.
viewer discretion is advised.
On Friday nights. Yes, it is. Dwayne says Pacers for the ship. Nikki Stone says he thinks OKC is gonna win in 5 or 6. Ebony says Indy. Then my Falcons for the Super Bowl. That's right,
Man, Ebony, but you gaining a lot of cool points with me, Brooks County.
Look, she all right with me till August.
Hell
Ryan Wembley says Halliburton, my foot hurting. Thunder in
I'm
fire.
letting fire.
That's cool. So yeah, we'll see.
Hey, 92, I'm gonna just tell you like this, man. I'm the type of person that say I like to check my receipt. Come back 2 weeks from now when this playoff wrapped up, and you'll see. You're gonna be like, that man, yo, talk a lot, boy, but he sure know what he be talking about.
Man, by the time we get to the next podcast on Wednesday, you're gonna already know what the series is gonna be.
Sound like a bet, bro. Sound like a bet.
All right.
Wow. So y'all, we've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We have thoroughly enjoyed you. Again, we apologize for last week. Things happen, but we will definitely be back next Wednesday, even if I have to go live on my Facebook page. But we will be back. We will be back next Wednesday around 7ish. Y'all see how we trying to start closer to 7 now, right? We trying to, as we get older, we elevate and we grow, right? So
as long as I ain't drinking.
Yeah.
Well, won't be 7 o'clock then.
Won't be 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, guys,
As long as I'm breathing, my brother gonna be drinking.
It's gonna be 7ish. So make sure you come back next Wednesday, and then we'll have the D1, D2 way too early polls. We can discuss that, and we can, discuss some other topics, whatever y'all want to talk about, until the time for the season to go. And I'm sure in the next few weeks, in the next few days, there'll be some other stuff that's gonna come up. Guys, we are less than 75 days away from football season. I'm excited. We are less than 60 days away from scrimmages. So, hey.
And let's not forget that mandatory NFL camp starts next week. 92 Thursday, if one of y'all know to back me up on that or any listeners. So you know how that goes. We're pretty sure it's going to be some interesting story that's going to come out of the NFL that we'll be able to talk about in the first week of minicamp. So
absolutely.
Oh, we already got one. It's all about Aaron Rodgers not signing with the Jaguars and the Falcons making a potential trade. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers not signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Falcons doing a trade for Kirk Cousins to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what the conversation gonna be next week.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm not sad about that. I'm not sad about that at all. Question: is it still too late for the kids to transfer to help a certain program? Ooh.
Not as long as it's a bona fide move. Nope.
Nah.
But if they want to get in some good reps with the team, they better,
better do it before you board the education close for the summer.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't messing with y'all no more.
Don't get on that field practicing and you ain't got in that school system yet.
Yeah, that's never good. That's never good. And if you gonna do that, make sure you ain't playing no games yet. How about that? So you don't have to.
There you go. Don't be trying to run track and play EA Sports.
So again, with that being said, guys, we certainly appreciate you, and we will see you back on next Wednesday. Y'all got anything else to say, guys?
Man, love the listeners, and I love y'all on the panel.
Hey, man, glad to be back, kicking it with my folks, my new brother, man, 92. I look forward to debating with you all year.
Yes, sir.
I don't
Man,
know
glad
92. You ain't my brother yet. We gonna see.
glad to be back with y'all listeners, man, so we can give y'all some of the stuff that y'all like. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out my girl Jess, bringing it like she always do. My sister Kira. We praying for you. We know that situation down there got you upset, and you've been kind of on edge and had to get that out. But just glad to be back, man. Shout out to all your listeners, new listeners, Alvin, Phil Jones, and all of them, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, welcome to the family. 92. I ain't that bad. I don't think. Anyway.
That's just the salt and old
Yeah, you
sugar.
good.
To the listeners, y'all know we love y'all, and we can't wait to get this season rolling. That's all I got. Good night, guys.
Oh, okay. Let me say this real quick. I forgot. Because I got an inbox. A little while ago. Just putting this out. The head coach at Carver Columbus was also the OC and OL coach, offensive line coach. So I just put that out there.
Okay.
So he been there before. All right.
Okay.
I don't have anything else. Y'all have a good night.
Push the goddamn button.
Okay. Damn. This ain't